welcome to yet another amazing episode of Poolside Chats. Today I'm with Jenn and Josh Hartman.
So it's going to be amazing. Well, I mean, you've had some good ones.
I've had some pretty good ones, but I'm really excited about you guys specifically. So I wanted to start with, just so we can kind of get to know you, kind of what your story was, like how you first met, all of that fun stuff.
Yeah.
How did you end up where you are?
Yeah, that's a big question.
You want on a journey.
Yes.
I love a good journey.
You want to field this one since it started with your mother?
Maybe. Yeah,
Shout out
sure.
to Paula, the mother-in-law.
Hi, Paula.
Hi, Mom. My parents were in Northwest Indiana. I was living down here, and I was moving up there to do an internship at a coffee shop. And as I was going to head up there, my mom started sending me pictures of a gal that she thought would be perfect for me. And I was like...
It wasn't Jenn.
Spoiler.
No.
Yeah. No, it was me.
It was Jenn, and I was like, Mom, you have no idea what I like, right? And so I was like, there's no way.
Like anti your type?
Yeah,
Well, and nobody wants to date the girl that their mom picks out.
True.
Right.
Yeah.
And turns out my mom knew exactly what I liked, and
She did a pretty good job.
and so she and the church ladies all conspired against us, and now here we are, 11 years of marriage later. Yeah.
Yes.
11 years.
Yes.
Wow.
11 years, and we just figured out how to make a baby. So, so that's happening.
And you're due really, really soon, right?
Yeah. So right now, while we're filming this, I am very pregnant. Probably by the time it makes it onto social media, I will not be so pregnant anymore. And there will be a new Bowman Pointe resident.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun.
Baby.
Yes. Yes.
So you have
So
like a name picked out and all of that fun
yes.
stuff.
So Eloise Ruth will be moving into Bowman any day now.
That is so exciting.
Yeah, we got 17 days counting down.
So you were in Indiana,
Yes.
and then you ended up back here. How did that happen?
Jen was getting done with school, so what was supposed to be like 3 months of learning turned into 3 years because I was waiting for her to get out of school. So yeah, Northwest Indiana's fine, but it is, it wasn't really home to me. I've spent most of my life here, and then Jen, as anybody who grows up in one place long enough, is like, I want adventure, I want to do something
Right.
else.
Yeah. Very dramatic, middle school moment in the diary of I will not live anywhere in Indiana, Illinois, Ohio, everywhere around where I lived. And so when I met a boy from Arkansas, I was like, that's far enough away. We can try that.
Adventure
Right.
time. Let's do this.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we moved down, 3 days after we got married?
Yeah.
And I guess the rest is history, maybe? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to tell folks what you guys do now because it's super interesting, and it's, you have your day job, but then you also have this side thing that you're building. That's super fun. That's on your shirt.
Yes, so the shirt that Eloise so prominently helps to display. It's called Crafty Box Adventures, and we are a team building company that happens to use a mobile escape room. So we have a 28-foot trailer that has a fully built out escape room inside of it. We send people through that group by group and monitor how they're interacting with each other, and then are able to provide, I think, cool feedback at the end of it, where we're able to say, this is what you're doing really well with your communication. These are some places where, maybe you don't celebrate very well as a team. Let's work on that. And then we set them up to be able to have further conversation so they can kind of bring it home in the office.
Right.
Yeah. Have you noticed any kind of like patterns where you're kind of having to give the same feedback, or whenever we kind of give this news, they really, are able to build on it and they're really taking it, or how does that kind of evolve as you slowly see more and more people do the experience?
Yeah, so there are certain things that come out group after group. It's very easy to identify who the manager is in a group as they're going through. It's very easy to identify who the task rabbits are. You can tell who's used to partnering with who. But as far as feedback that I'm giving them, there are some patterns, but it's different for every group. As far as feedback that we get, and I'll let you speak into this, I think some of the most exciting feedback we get and most common feedback we get is that people really like how it sets them up to have discussions about their real work life and where they can set action points going forward.
Rather than having to talk about actual work.
Yeah.
Well, rather than having somebody come in and say, this is what you're doing, you should do this instead, it gives them more responsibility and empowerment to be able to say, okay, so they observed this in us, how do we want to take this going forward?
Some of the coolest feedback we've gotten just from different teams, again, talking about not celebrating. We told this team, you guys would get done with something, nobody would cheer, like, you know,
Nobody
like
high-fived.
you solved the puzzle, right? Like nobody was excited. You just moved on to the next thing. And so they really took that to heart. And this is a team that actually works globally, where they have people traveling different places. They come back, they have all this great, exciting news. And what they realize is in the office, they don't share that
They're
with
just,
each
like, on
other.
to the next.
Yeah, on to the next thing. Like, what's the next thing? So now they actually schedule meetings when somebody comes back from out of town, where that person relays what the successes were. They celebrate together. They get cupcakes or whatever, right?
Coffee, or
Yeah.
So that was really exciting to me to see. You know, it sounds so simple, but without actually taking the time to invest in your team and have that conversation, they would have never come to that, right?
I'm sure it relieves a lot of pressure from everybody. I mean, whether you're the manager or the boss or not, either manager doesn't have to say this is what you're doing, and the non-managers don't have to say this is what I wish you did as a manager.
Right.
It's for
Right.
nobody is.
Yeah, no one's immune
Yeah.
in the
Right.
situation when we're coming in.
So you're starting this business. You've got your 9 to 5.
Yes.
You have a baby coming.
Yes.
Do you have any free time to enjoy where you live at all?
Yeah, well, we might not have free time, but we make it and we enjoy this place a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and to be fair, part of our decision to move here was based upon the business. We were at a spot where we knew our house wouldn't serve us into the future, and so we sold our house, downsized to the 580 square foot model.
Sapphire.
Yes, excellent. We love it. But so as we were looking around at apartment complexes, because we knew we wanted to rent, because we wanted to see how things shook out. And when we were here, we saw, you know, there's the conference room, there's all the various meeting areas. We've held board meetings here. At our 9 to 5, we do team offsites here. So that's been really cool.
Yeah.
And then we've got the gym on site, so I no longer have to travel somewhere, so that saves me time.
Yeah, forget that.
And then having things like the theater and the pool here puts us in a spot where we're so busy, it helps to have then family want to participate in the amenities. Not that that's the only reason they're coming to see
Right.
us. But
Well,
to have,
and it gives us an excuse to invite them over.
yeah.
It's really more what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and so we can be more purposeful in having people over. Yeah, we just had my brother and his wife and our nephews over for Spider-Man
nice.
Into the Spider-Verse the other night, right?
Heck
So
yeah, Spider-Man.
yeah, so they love that.
Did they get popcorn too?
They
Yes,
did,
of course they
because
got popcorn.
the team here is fantastic.
Fantastic, yeah.
Yes. But yeah, even, you know, you talk about free time or when we're working, it's fantastic to be able to just sit up on the deck or on the patio underneath the fans when it's super hot.
Right.
And if I'm designing social post after social post or trying to write something, I mean, why would I not want to sit out here and look at this? It's
Yeah, motivation.
like, if you're going to be
It's peaceful.
working all the time, I mean, what better place to be doing it? It doesn't feel like work then. It's what I'm working on something that I love, that I'm passionate about, and it's just gorgeous here.
Right.
And we happen to be here recording this video on a Tuesday, so happy hour every Tuesday. We're
Yes.
out at the pool. Pretty soon everybody's going to be enjoying some drinks.
You said everybody's going to be enjoying drinks, and I said, except me.
Yeah.
Soon, so soon.
But, you know, we also have a food truck out front every week too, so that's got to be great if you're...
Yeah,
Feeling
that's
hungry.
happening.
Yeah, definitely.
Heck
That's
yeah.
happening for sure tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, so for people who want to learn more about you guys, follow you on social media, where can they find you?
So at Crafty Fox Adventures, if you're on Facebook or Instagram, that's where you can find us. If you're wanting to see more about what we offer or pictures of the inside of the trailer, we've got pictures on the website there too, and we love showing it off. So
CraftyFoxAdventures.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, guys.
Excellent. Yeah, thank
Y'all
you.
want to go get some food? I'm starving.
absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Excellent. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.